All right, folks. Well, you hear it.
You hear her first.
You heard her first, Danny.
She already did. Hey,
Hers is.
What the fuck?
It's RuPaul.
Oh.
Hey guys, it's Joe Blay here and Arnold Young.
Hello, hello.
We're here from Royal LePage New Concept, and we have a pretty exciting new project that is just about to hit the market called the 900 condos by Harhay Developments. Pretty exciting to be, sitting back with the developer, learning about this over the last few weeks, and we're only a few short days until the presentation center opens up, and we're able to start bringing our clients in and really take a deep dive into floor plans, pricing, what really makes this project special. And today we're going to do a breakdown of this project, really just going over a high level of what's happening here. We'll talk about location, we'll talk about developer background, and generally what you can expect in the coming days as we do get more information. But let's get started in talking about this project. As we've been talking to a lot of people, and just the look of the building is striking. The community as a whole is pretty substantial. There's a lot of product coming, a lot of great amenities coming, and let's get started.
So let's get to it.
So what are we looking at, Arnold?
So right now we have the 3D scale model to show the 4 towers in context, and these towers are going to go up right at the corner of 427 and off of Eglinton, just south of 401.
Okay.
And these 4 towers, the initial phases that we're going to be launching is going to be these 2 on the east side.
Right.
So Eglinton is right here to the right side of the screen.
Okay.
427 is right on top.
Great. So it's a very connected neighborhood then, right? I mean, you
It
have
is.
highways on both sides, and then you also have Eglinton, which the Eglinton crosstown is going to eventually come across, giving you a pretty close station within walking distance, I'd say, right?
Right, and by the builder's rendering, we can see that there's going to be the bus stop right here, right off of Eglinton, as well as this side road right here.
Okay.
And this complex is going to have a green space right in the between all these 4 buildings.
Okay.
And an office component just off of this side.
Okay.
And these 4 towers going to be ranging about like 20 to 21 stories tall. And while it's the unit count is actually, it's going to be a quite intimate building. Each building you're talking about 170, 180 units. So it's not a big building per se, but so if you are looking for those units and product that have smaller unit and residence count, these are the type of product that might be of interest.
Okay. So yeah, they're more of a boutique feel, but
Yes.
as a whole, it's a pretty large community that they're building, right? So, giving you all of the amenities that you typically find in a large tower, like pools, 24-hour concierge, fitness centers, games rooms, outdoor space, commercial, but giving you that smaller building feel, which I think a lot of people are looking for nowadays, right? They're looking for that quaint community that has more of an architecturally distinctive exterior, and you're not going 50 stories into the sky waiting for your
Right.
elevator to come and grab you.
And speaking of the architectural part of the building, these 4 towers are going to have a very distinct architectural feel because of the background of the builder. Harhay, they come from architectural background. So, I mean, in the city of Toronto, we often get criticized of building these cookie cutter standard glass towers. So it's nice to see, for a change, like a builder taking such a bold stand and making essentially a statement piece.
Something else to point out is that these are going to be really family-oriented units, right? So we're not looking at, like you said, the cookie-cutter condos where we're dealing with 400 square feet, 1 bedrooms or 1 bedroom and dens that you can't fathom putting your furniture into. These are actually quite substantially larger than the typical suites we see in today's marketplace. And given the location and the fact that it's an up-and-coming area with all of the future, improvements that are happening here, you're going to be able to get a larger unit for, a pretty similar price to, a more central location in a dense area that's already, really hit its peak in terms of price point.
Right.
So I think it's a really good opportunity for, not only the families and of course, the opportunity to live in a spacious unit, but, the investment aspect here is, you get in today, you're getting in at the forefront of major development happening around you. So, the next 4 or 5 years of construction, you should see a pretty substantial increase in your value. So great for units that are going to be rented, and also great for those families that have been priced out of this marketplace, because as you can see around the area, it's all low rise, right? You've got the airport, that's huge section of space here, but all those little boxes, those are detached homes that are well over $1 million each, right? So a lot of people have been priced out of the market here, and kids, young people who want to still stay close to home or stay close to work, or just be close to all of the transit access, they now have that opportunity.
So it's worth to take a look at the builder's rendering of the towers, the 2 towers that we're going to be launching.
Yeah, they're really striking.
Right. So what the builder wanted to achieve is that they want to achieve like a look of this movement in the building. So as the building rises, it has this twisting motion. So as you can see, most of these units will have pretty generous sized balconies, with the exception of the east side. But other than that, every unit is going to have a pretty sizable balcony that stretches to the width of the unit.
Yeah, I've seen some of the floor plans. We have a sample set of floor plans that we can share with you if you're interested. So register below, and we'll send you a copy of these. But I saw some of these layouts, and they are substantial balconies. It's not just width. It's depth as well.
Yeah.
Usually you don't see balconies go past 3.5, 4 feet deep, right? But some of these floor plans, they're like full-scale terraces, but the concrete pad that's jetting out of the building. So I saw some that looked to be about 6, 7 feet deep, which can get you a pretty sizable furniture set out there, and give you a second home essentially in some cases.
So here we're going to take a look at a few floor plans that the builder has teased with. So here we see a 1-bedroom and a den, and majority of the floor plans that we've seen to date, the den is going to be the close-off dens with the door and with the partition already done. So
that's great. People actually like that inventory where they don't have to spend any more
as opposed
money.
to doing it afterwards.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Nice size too. I mean, you're looking at a space that you could probably fit a small bed into, and sizable office for that flex space. So I personally like this floor plan. It's a good-sized 1-bedroom. It has nice separation between the living and the bedroom itself, with a ton of window space. And as you can see, the balcony is much deeper than the standard balcony that we see in a lot of these condos. I think for a single individual, first time having getting into the market, I think this is a really good starter unit and easily rentable. You have windows all the way across, so this is actually a north-facing unit, so you're really going to be able to maximize the light that's coming into the building or into the unit. And then bathroom sizing is great, lots of closet space, and a really generous kitchen as well that's tucked away from the living area. So
it's nice to see a separation between the living area and the bedroom. Most often, floor plans you see, you have to mount a wall. You have to mount the TV on the bedroom wall.
For sure. Or the bedroom is interior, and you're really relying on the frosted glass window to allow more natural light to come through the space. So I like that there's a sizable bedroom on the window.
The closet for this one's pretty big too.
Closet's full sized, and it's 14 by 8. Right? I mean, we don't see bedrooms beyond 8 by 9 in most cases. I think the area is quite promising, just given the close proximity to all of the surrounding cities within the GTA, as well as the current employment hub that houses over 50,000 people around Pearson Airport. That's the hotels, the restaurants, the convention centers, and Pearson itself. It's a substantial number of people that are coming to and from this location every day.
There's a big industrial park right next to the Pearson Airport also.
It's huge, and there's huge conventions coming in and out that people are always looking for, housing close to work, but also, a convenient location for pied-à-terre, where you can, have a property that's, close enough to the city, but also close to where you're coming and going from the airport every day, right? But another big part is that you have Centennial Park pretty close by. You have a lot of walking trails. You have a lot of green space, which is
golf courses.
Exactly. Yeah. There's really everything centered around here. Plus, you're 15 minutes to Toronto. You're 15 minutes to Vaughan. 15 minutes to Etobicoke. Or I guess you're in Etobicoke, but Brampton, Mississauga. So you're kind of centralized in a convenient little pocket that is tucked away from the city, all the hustle and bustle, huge density that you find in a lot of other major hubs. But it's the beginning process of this area also kind of being a focus for developers in the future. So I see tremendous value added by being kind of centrally located between all of these areas, with the intention of density, with the Eglinton crosstown coming into this area and the future LRT station literally right outside the front door. You're within 50 steps from your front door to the LRT, which I think is going to add pretty great convenience to living in this product. Yeah. So let's talk about builder. Harhay Developments. They have a pretty long-standing track record with building some pretty large landmark communities in the GTA. I've known them from during my career of completing 75 the Esplanade, Theatre Park. But as you can see here, they have a pretty substantial variety of product that they build. They're not just focused on one type of development over another. They do boutique, they do high-rise, and kind of everything in between to really give you a full understanding of their portfolio.
That's kind of exciting as a builder, right? You want to build that kind of you don't know what they're going to do next.
They're more interested in design and creating unique communities than just building the standard box in the sky.
You want to make statements.
Yeah, and they're not so focused on the price per square foot and maximizing their profits on a perspective of creating small functional units. It's more so based on, is this going to cause a striking, exterior look and presence in a neighborhood?
Right.
Exactly. So, with the 900, I think it's going to be one of their most unique products, and I'm pretty sure they're very, very excited to roll this out. The builder comes from a history of architects in the family, so, it's a situation where they're very dedicated to creating that unique feel to a community that will have the longevity and pull the interest from people who are just driving by on a daily basis. It's going to be a unique opportunity to get into the project and to hold a piece of real estate here. It's also going to be a unique situation in terms of selling it, because it is a very very different building than what we typically sell, especially when we're dealing with investor-friendly units where you have the same unit stacked on top of each other. This is not the same type of product.
170 units, 170 different floor plans.
Exactly, yeah. So it's, and even though these units, some of them are very similar in style, they vary 10 square feet because of that exterior curvature that happens. So it is going to be, a challenge, I'm sure, for the developer to market this product to everybody, because everybody will have a slightly different floor plan, which will bring a slightly different price point. But, at the end of the day, when it's completed, I think it's not even going to be, on the minds of those who have gotten in. They're just going to be happy to see that the product is finished and, finished to a high degree.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it here first. The 900 is launching very soon. And if you want to take advantage of day one pricing and the lowest value that this building will offer, it's within the first 2 phases. So make sure that if you are interested, you register now, as we are getting ready very soon for the launch date. And we have exclusive first access to this project, which means you get day one pricing, you get all of the brochure details, project info in advance of the public and 99% of other realtors in this marketplace. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and if you are interested in learning more info, register in the link below, as we will follow up very quickly and make sure that you get all of the information you need. Until next time, we'll see you again.
We'll see you in the next one.